EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Lance. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Hampton. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready.
A run once more with Hampton. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead down running it pretty well, too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He's got him in, complete. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Oronde Gadsden. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Broncos nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for our Broncos.
To throw is Nix. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Breece Hall with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On first down, it's Hampton. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
2 yards on the pick.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Dayon Henley. Really nice play. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing Nix. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bombers. Oh, away. Ready.
Nix from the shotgun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, 36 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Come on, cut.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40s before going out. His first catch, good. .14 there and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready. Black. Ready.
Now a toss, left side, Hampton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a stoppage here for an injured player. Oh, boy, that's Trey Lance, who appears to be worse for the wear. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Again, it's Hampton. Fighting through, and he's got space. Still on his feet. Touchdown, L.A. And Marion Hampton with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Lenny, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. The Broncos at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready. Captain.
They're going. It's Nix. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 43, here's second and a couple. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he's going to step up and run. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Going for it. Thompson Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
44. Almost set. Ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Now it's Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Away, away, away. Almost set. Ready. Away, away, away. Away, away, away. Joe.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He had a man open, but he missed missed him, and it's incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Bombers.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Thompson Robinson now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Thompson Robinson now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Nix to the air. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, here's Nix. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Ready. 180. Olay. Bombers, bombers, bombers. Joe, Joe, Joe. Olay, olay, olay. Olay. Captain, 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 captain.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Now he's loose up the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there on the screen pass. 58 yards.
With wide receiver screens, the timing has to be good, and it was on this play. How about the blocking he received right after the catch?
Yeah, that was great. That opened the hole for that big gain. On the ground, it's Vidal. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kamani Vidal, 35 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tuli Tuipulotu got in and dropped him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dante Thornton, 61 yards. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is down to a field goal.
Broncos 28. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Come on, come on. Gotta be lying. Ready?
Fourth down, Thompson Robinson. And Allen's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. On the handoff, it's Hampton. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give here to Hampton. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to go for it. Here's Thompson Robinson. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put up.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay. Captain, 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 captain.
Back to throw. Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Olay, olay, olay.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That's taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Oh, Joe. Ready? I need help. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
To throw is Nix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Hall want to give up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down and they'll have to throw it anyway.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay. Captain, 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 captain.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Olay, olay. Hold on a second. Hey, arriba. Chill.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 31. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson now. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Robert Tunyon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This going to be returned from the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing Nix. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Nix. He gets it underneath to Hall. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up third and
looking to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
38. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Again, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And running with power. And the ball is knocked out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's 1st down. They'll run here with Hampton. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll work inside here. Hampton. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit.
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
On the give, this is Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Hall again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. They'll come up now on second down. Straight ahead is Hall.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 8.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Ready.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down.
Ready. Drill. Captain.
They'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Ready. Viking 18.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for L.A., the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.